With the North American Simulation Racing Association featuring online leagues like the DSR Electric, Blanchard towing and recovering Xfinity, concerns of police survivors. Jacob and Wesley bringing you all the commentating. Is there beef? Is there beef? This racing is so exciting. They rock the Nashville network. That Biggles cracking them up in the background. It is racing at Atlanta. It is racing at Talladega. Never turn right. Woo! Go, baby, go. Don't you curse tonight. As a Brady, the boss man is lessening. Oh dear, let's go racing. Cody not with all the graphics. Jeff Merck pulling all the facial reactions. Jordan is spoken like DD Folio AC and a white train. And we're gonna have fun right now in this moment. Let's race, let's green light and go. Let's enjoy the race. Like and subscribe.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Michigan International Speedway, all the way up here in Brooklyn, Michigan, for the 213simware.com 200 for the end of the very first round of the DSR Electric Truck Series playoffs. You're going to see it all live here tonight on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. Should be a good one out here. 3-4 wide racing. It's going to be a blast out here this evening, folks. Good evening. I am the redneck announcer, Jake Reeves. Wesley Outland will be joining us here in a little bit. And as always, our great producer, the Australian Dean Hampton, Biggles on production. He's going to co-commentate with me a little bit before Wesley gets here. But yes, folks, I am still alive on Monday nights. I've been off a little bit. I've had some other stuff that I've had to take care of personally. But if you love what you see, if you love it, and you want to stay up to date with all that the DSR Electric Truck Series playoffs will have to offer with all these races right here, make sure you go like and subscribe, ring the bell, get all your notifications lined up. There you see Joey Stires won at Chicagoland last week. Taylor Peacock has already got that win at Daytona. Shocking enough, he is so good at them super speedways. He has locked himself in. That's why you see the P with the little lock right beside their names. They're already jumped into that second round. This playoff grid is way different than anything we've ever seen before, Dean. It's not like where you have the top 20 and then you knock out 4 and then you knock out 6 or knock out 4, whatever. It's not like it has been in the past. And from what I've been hearing from some of these drivers, this playoff right here is really shaking up the DSR Electric Truck Series grid. Good evening, buddy.
Yeah, good evening, Jacob. Exactly right. It is a situation where if you are in where Cole is and Lumpkin and Brady, you're seeing red, and that's all you need to be seeing. You need to be focusing only on the drivers in your group, and finish ahead of them is crucial. Unless in a situation of, for example, Chris Blanchard, who's unfortunately not here tonight, he would have to win the race in order for him to go through, because look at the points as well, too. We wouldn't get enough points on Stephen Thomas and Andrew Harris there, or Lucas Lyons. So that's another situation as well. But those drivers that are in the red at the moment, they're on the bubble here. But a race win, Jacob, that will get you through, like Taylor Peacock and Joey Stars.
Yeah, everybody in that little blue grid right there, Lucas Lyons, Andrew Harris, Stephen Thomas, they can pretty much sleep through this race right here, and they're going to the next round. Blanchard is not here. So Blanchard's obviously, he will be the first one we can go ahead and mathematically take out of that grid. One grid that I'm seeing right here that you're showing, Dean, the one that is very, very close is this one right here, Phil Pappas with Cody Knott. That is very tight. Tyler Goodwin, Joshua Suss, that one's tight as well. Bulldog Adam Newton could miss the second round, could be out first round with Bo Tiffany right there. Maurer, something could happen to him, could really throw it for a curveball. But up there, you was talking about Bray LaBeouf, Justin Lumpkin up there, 9.7 points above the cut line, racing against Tom Lester tonight. And obviously, Michigan is much like a Daytona/Talladega. That size, that wide, you can run anywhere on the racetrack. Drafting can come into play. All these factors can come into play here tonight. So this is somewhat of a wild card race to end the very first round here for the DSR Electric Truck Series championship for the for this season. So it should be an absolute good one. Well, everybody is lined up on the grid. Looks like qualifying is still going right now. They got about 30 seconds left in qualifying. But Dean, which one of these grids or these quadruples that you want to call it, which one are you really keeping your eye on here this evening?
I think naturally the closest ones are going to be interesting, isn't it? Like really the red group as well too. That's quite close there. Cole's got a little bit of an edge, of course, but those three, Lester, LaBeouf, and Lumpkin, that's very, very close between them. That could swing anyway. One of those drivers have to unfortunately not see next week. They can still come back, of course, and race, but they won't be in the playoffs. So it's playoffs within playoffs that we're going to be occurring. That's one to look for. That group. You see a little bit more of a spread in some of the others. That'll be interesting. But once again, too, if you get a win, you can progress in. So it's just because you're in the red or if you're looking out, doesn't necessarily mean you're completely out.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll get it lined up right here as everybody is on the grid. Pace truck is on pit road. Everybody's getting gridded up.
Oh.
So we'll get you the lineup
Whoa.
for the 213simware.com 200 here at Michigan.
That's weird.
A little bit of a weird looking grid right here. This is kind of throwing me off here a little bit, Dean, but we'll try to go through the grid as best we can for you. Lucas Lyons will start on the pole to his outside. Andrew Harris in the 87. Lucas Lyons hit a 39.365 for that pole time. Harris was about literally 100th off. A lot of these guys up here, literally up here inside the top four, all of them were 39.3. So check that out. That's pretty tight racing right there. Robbie Richards will roll off P3 with Alabama's War Eagle. Jonathan Cofield will roll off in P4. Bulldog Adam Newton, we saw that part on that grid in that group he's in, Dean. Very, very close to trying to make it into this next round. He's got to worry about Bo Tiffany here tonight. Tiffany way back in the field, but Newton trying to start off this race on the good note. He'll start from P5. Nate Maurer will roll off on his outside row number 3 in P6. Kerry Tribune in the 7 is going to roll off P7 with Matt Cherry starting in 8th. Cole Larson's going to start 9th, and Justin Lumpkin rounds out the top 10. Joey Stires already got him a win. He's locked in. He ain't worried about nothing. And Phil Pappas to his outside will start in P12.
Then you move on to P13 there with Cole, alongside with Colton Hogan there. Taylor Peacock and Brian Chu will be behind them, 15th and 16th. Chris Cinnamon, the Spice Man, and Kermit the Frog here. Luke Smith with him. Dan Hagen and Joshua Suss for the Blue Line Racing. Roger Diebold, Lee Bailey the third on the 22nd place, and then Justin White and Cody Knott, 23rd, 24th.
Then right behind Cody Knott, you got to have James Kaufman starting MP25 with the boss man, Brady LaBeouf. Saw how tight he is up there in that, I believe it was the red group in the top left corner of that playoff bracket. He will roll off P26. A little bit of ground to make up for him tonight. Tom Lester actually in that same exact group, in the red group. He's going to start P27. He's got to get some ground up in that group to have a shot. He rolled off P27 here tonight. Bo Tiffany, we talked about him. He's actually racing against Adam Newton in their respective group. Newton way up there and fed. Tiffany starting in 28th starting spot here tonight, so watch out for him. Raul Meza rolling off P29, and Stephen Thomas in that little group with Chris Blanchard in it. Stephen Thomas, all those guys in that blue group, they can pretty much sleep through this race, and they'll be going on to the next round of the DSR Legend Truck Series playoffs. Stephen Thomas rolling off in P30. Chad Ross, Craig Schroeder, Stan Trotter, J.D. Larson, Jeffrey Johnson Jr., Triple J, he wants to roll off 35th. Tyler Goodwin will roll off P36. Keith Haney, the last driver on the grid, starting 37th. TJ Moore, your race director. Folks, we talked about it a second ago. Joey Stires and Taylor Peacock, both of those drivers, they're fine. They could wreck. They could total the truck. Hell, they could flip over the fence. It doesn't matter. They're going on to the next round. Those two are the only ones that are safe, other than the ones in the blue group that you see with Lucas Lyons, Andrew Harris, and obviously with Stephen Thomas. Stage 1 going all the way to 20. We'll have a caution. Stage 2 presented by the Glass Mechanic will go all the way to the end of lap 45 and round out all the way to lap 100 for the total laps here this evening. 5 sets of tires, 100% fuel capacity. Unlimited tips and green white checker tips. This could get interesting as far as that goes, with guys knowing that they can get into the next round. Might see it go through that unlimited phase, and then obviously time of day is the afternoon. There's your playoff grid once again, and you see it right there. Blue, red, green, yellow, white, and orange, all of them lined up. And also over here on the left side of your screen, if your favorite driver is in blue or orange or green or whatever in that particular position, then that means that they are in that particular, they're racing against those guys in that particular playoff grid. And then other guys that are black, they are not in the playoffs, like Robbie Richards, Chris Senneman, Colton Hogan, Dane Hagan, Brian Chew, those guys, they are not in that. But down there were Luke Smith, Kermit the Frog here, obviously in the white, and then two guys in the blue grid that basically have nothing to lose here tonight. They're starting on the front row. Pace truck working its way through 3 and 4. Dean, baby, I'm ready to, as Larry McReynolds would say, I'm ready to pull them belts top one more time. We're ready to go racing on a good Monday night.
Yeah, so exactly that, Jacob. And we try to make it as easy for you to understand there at home there with the colours. And you'd be surprised, just like last week there, Jacob, they sent a bunch up in their own mini-category playoff group.
Well, hell, I mean, they got to make it. We try to make it easy for y'all because right off the bat, it was hard on us. But we're going to figure it out along with all of you here tonight. Monday night racing with the DSR Electric Truck Series final race of the first round. We're green flag. We're racing at Michigan. Lucas Lyons, Andrew Harris dive off into turn number 1. Lyons will get the advantage on the inside. Robbie Richards down on the inside as well. Look at him fan it out. 3 and 4 wide on the first lap off turn 2.
It's what we like to see. Go racing, start sorting yourselves out, get up to full speed there, and then start planning your moves. And, of course, also worry about all the information that's coming up, because Stage 1 will be at 20. We will have a caution. Stage 2 at 45. 5 sets of tyres, 4 fresh stuff, 5 stickies waiting for you down there in pit road.
Oh, baby, look at this right here. Already making moves up on the outside in that white group. Jonathan Cofield in the 58, trying to work up here on the outside, get him some stage points. Granted, we're going all the way to 20, but 20 will be here before you know it. How about this?
Whoa.
3 wide, Nezra style, coming off 2. Harris able to get clear, jumps up in front of Cofield. Harris gets the run. On lines, Cofield will follow Harris. Leave it Lyons down there on the bottom side of the racetrack. Harris takes the lead going into 3.
Gentlemen, get your elbows out early on this one. At the back there, there's coming a bit of 3-wide action as well, too. We see it is possible. It is cautious to be advised, especially early in this race with 99 laps to go. But at the moment there, Andrew Harrison, Caulfield 2, under a bit of attack there from Lucas Lyons.
Yeah, Lyons really starting to work his way up to the top of the racetrack, maybe try to get a run off of these corners, have a shot, try to drive off, get something going right behind him. Robbie Richards down to the inside. Here comes the Bulldog, Adam Newton, getting the draft off of Lyons right there in front of him. Richards will jump right back in line. Now it looks like about the front 7, now maybe 8 cars, 8 trucks rather, single file. Not anymore. Lumpkin up way up on the top of the racetrack. Pappas and others trying to make dives on the inside lane. First one on the bottom, that's Cole Hendrickson. One of the big dogs has really put it on this season and really wants to try to get that DSR Electric Truck Series championship that he's come so close to getting so many times here on the Monday Night Series. He finally squirts away, gets up there in that little single wide run, more or less, riding on board with Justin Lumpkin. Hogan right in front of him. Hogan just slides right up across the nose of Lumpkin. But this is typical, Dean, right here. Obviously, you know, open wheel racing with IndyCar, all that good stuff. Open wheel racing right here at Michigan. This is normal to see everybody kind of fat out the way that they are, Dean.
I'm loving it. Absolutely. This is fantastic. Looks like it's got great conditions as well to go racing.
As everybody fans out going through 1 and 2. Our great buddy, our good buddy, Wesley Allen's finally joined us. Wesley, how you doing, buddy?
Gentlemen, I will be with you in just a moment. I just pulled over. I've been driving from my announcing duties in the rain. I need to hook up my headset and all that good stuff. Just please give me one moment. I've just connected to my what do you call it? My what the hell?
Wi-Fi or something?
My Elon Musk. My Elon Musk connector, so satellite. Yeah. So give me a minute and I'll be with you guys.
He got hooked up on that Tesla, Dean. I think that's what it was. He got the Tesla lined up for everything else. Well, we'll give him a moment to get hooked up.
You would never ever see me drive one of those ugly-ass contraption box cars. But I will use his internet proudly. Thank you, satellites. I'll be here in a minute.
Well, here we go. While that is going on up here at the front, Adam Newton trying to go down to the inside. Lucas Lyons up on the outside, still getting the run. Harris, Cofield, single file. 1-2. Here comes Kerry Tribune now. Tribune down on the inside. Hendrickson in the 10 making some noise up on that top side with Lyons up top. Dean, Lyons has went literally from the pole spot to the top side, and he has not left that top side from the start of this race.
Oh, he's happy up there in the fence. He'd say it's comfortable at the moment. He's down a couple of places from where he started this race from pole, but you know, perhaps that's also taking those tyres a little bit easier than Jacob. I don't know. I'm a race driver. That's the only problem a little bit later, of course, is you get a bit of marbles out there. It'll get a little bit slippery, but for now, you've got to be focused on getting to our stage 1.
Yeah, Dean, but I mean, I think a lot of it has to do with, what we talked about in the pre-race with these guys that's in blue with Harris and Lyons and Thomas. These guys really can just shoot from the hip, and if they miss, screw it. They ain't worried about it. They're going on to the next round anyway because Chris Blanchard was the only one that could really make some noise out of that blue group. But Blanchard is not here this evening, so these three, like I said, could shoot from the hip. It ain't going to matter. Hell, all three of them could wreck, and it doesn't matter. They're all three still going to go on to the next round anyway. So I think that might be why Lyons is jumping up on that top side, trying something different, just to play around, have a little bit of fun because, Dean, as a race driver myself, it really takes the pressure off, especially going into a cutoff race with a place like this right here, Dean. It really takes the pressure off knowing that you can do whatever you want to do, and 100% that you're going to be into the next round come next week.
Yeah, exactly. That's always a good feeling to have that little padlock. You're all secured, you're all safe. You can snuggle up in your bed there and watch this race if you want, but they don't. It's also practice, it's also experience. It's also you need to know those other drivers around you that you're going to be battling with as you go further into the playoffs. Find out their weaknesses, find out their strengths. Of course, it's always track to track as well. More importantly, have some fun. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you're having fun out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Like and subscribe, ring the bell, keep up with everything going on with the NASRA 360 Racing Network. Oh, God almighty. Lines, he might be trying something a little bit too different right there. Went all the way up to the top, damn near hits the wall. Hendrickson almost cleaned him out. That might have got Hendrickson to, like Wesley Allen would say, jump on the binders a little bit and get a little bit nervous, think he's going to run him over. Instead of that, Hendrickson going to try to go for the twofer, try to get around Lyons and the Bulldog, Adam Newton. Now Lyons thinks different. He is very aggressive right here, Dean. Like I said, he knows he's locked in. He ain't worried about nothing. You can make these kinds of moves, especially try to shoot it 3 wide as Harris goes all the way to the top. Adam Newton down on the bottom.
This is this is getting a bit antsy at the front here, isn't it? The fence is getting awfully close there, and the drivers on the inside have to just give you enough space and not squeeze you straight in there and cause potentially the first caution. And just spoke it. I said the C word, Jacob, and look what happens.
Good job, Dean. You just completely blew that one out of the water. Good job, Dean. Awesome. Jigstum Surf Pro Caution, very first one of the evening. I have to look back. I don't even have a clue, to be honest with you. There we go, right there. We see 22 Shane Trotter. Looked like he might have got in a little bit of a upsy daisy little incident. We'll see exactly what happened to Mr. Shane Trotter right here on the Points Poppers instant replay. You see the 22 right there shooting up through the middle, Dean, and see what happens. Turn 2, it's a slippery bugger. It really is. And once you're along for the ride, I mean, hell, he don't even try to hit the brakes. He hit them way late, but he knew he was in trouble as soon as it snapped loose. Come right down across the nose of Raul Meza. Meza tags him in the rear, doesn't even know he's got a slide. Watch it again one more time. Points Poppers instant replay. Thank you to them for their sponsorship. Yeah. He's already sideways. Meza nowhere to go. Didn't have time to jam on the brakes. Hits him in the back end. And then at that point, Shane Trotter just along for the ride. Hard impact into the inside retaining wall. Even though that is a safer barrier, it's like hitting a concrete wall at literally 150 miles an hour. Watch it. Wheel kicked all the way to the right. Bam. Gone. Left front fender gone, hood kicked up, smoking. Looks like he has got the meatball flag, and Mr. Shane Trotter will have to try again next week. Doesn't look good for him as far as his points go here at Michigan. But we are under caution for the very first time. Jonathan Cofield up here leading. Andrew Harris, Lucas Lyons, Adam Newton, Carrie Tribune. We'll step away, take a break. Be right back here at Michigan.
For Murph's Magical Creations, home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Jacob, we are back. Go ahead.
Let's check it. Can you hear me? Hello?
We can hear you there, Wesley. Yep.
Hello. Do I sound good, though? Do I not sound like I'm in a car?
Sounds like you are in a car at the moment, which you are, of course. So
I'm in a car in the Point Grave. Happy Memorial Day to everybody. Jacob, are you hearing me? Are you checking your Swindlin? Can you hear me? Are we checking our instruments? Are we good, buddy?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got you all loud and clear, baby. We're all good. We're ready to rock and roll.
Since I don't sound like I'm talking out of a trash can, we welcome you on this Memorial Day Monday to the NASRA 360 Racing Network. And Jacob, thank you for getting it started, man. My apologies. I was in driving mode, man. What do you call it? Windshield time. Just driving down the interstate and totally lost track. But thanks to Cody Knott for sending me a message. And man, hey, listen, Michigan, as we get ready for a restart, this is the last race. We're going to take away 8 drivers going on to round number 2, quarterfinals. What you think of what we got so far going on, friend?
Well, I'll be honest with you, Wes. I mean, we were talking about it. Me and Dean was in the pre-race looking at that. I mean, that playoff grid, it just straight up, it looked like a bunch of damn Skittles up there. I'll be honest with you. It looked like a bunch of Skittles with a lot of colors and a lot of cool stuff. The kids at home would absolutely love it with all this colors up there. But it's really thrown this whole playoff grid into a bit of a frenzy, and it's really opened it up big time. I'm loving it so far.
Field comes to the line, back to the guy, good restart. So, green flag back in the air, 213 Speedway. .com 200 back underway here in Michigan. Team Blue, we saw this with Oregon, filling it for you. Teams that they're competing against, Jacob. They see what each other with Cofield, Alabama.
Yeah, Lions right here are still trying to get around these guys. Lions down on the bottom side. Bulldog up top. Harris stuck up in the top side as well. Cofield loving all of it. Seeing all these guys slip, slide all over the place. Newton damn near lost it off turn 4. Tribune lined up. 3-truck train up on the top side. Harris leads. Newton now in the middle of that. Tribune in that as well. And Harris way up against the top. Damn near smacks the fence at 1 and 2. He's trying to find a run off turn 2.
Well, that goes on. Look at Lions now. They battle with Harris on his inside. There's that battle going on behind the leader. Cofield dives it into turn number 3. Almost 3 wide for a moment. Carries Tribune. Sticks it up high. He'll try to go 3 wide. They get back 2 wide. Up high goes now Harris as he throws the block on the 7. Coming to the line on lap number 16.
Yeah, Harris has really showed a lot of speed up here on that top side. Lyons has really been the one that's kept it up top, at least when he had the opportunity. It looks like that's exactly where he's going. Tribune's going to go up top as well. Here comes Cole Hendrickson. Hendrickson, oh, baby! Hendrickson had a shot, tried to make it stick. Newton was there, put the brakes on him, made Hendrickson have to get out of the gas. Now Hendrickson going to fire back up again. Muscle it up, load the gun, get it lined up and get a shot off turn 4, maybe get a run. Hendrickson will think differently, back away. Harris jumps in behind Jonathan Cofield with 3 laps to go here in stage number 1.
Cofield inside. Here comes Harris up top. He's going to pull to the bottom, and now Karen Tribune will follow inside. They can't get the lead. Cofield now back in front. 2 truck lengths. Trucks getting sideways. Stacking up the field. Domino effect. They hold it together as we're 3 wide for 3rd and turn 3.
Yeah, Newton up on the top side trying to make it stick. Now they'll go back to 2 wide. Tribune now stuck on the bottom. Newton is up top. Right behind him. Oh, Phil Pappas. We saw in that playoff grid where Pappas is. Pappas right there close to that cut line, needing to have a good run here tonight. And right smack dab up here in the top 10 where he needs to be to get him some stage points and make it through to the next round. But aggressive driving lines up on the top side. Hendrickson's still ripping, literally ripping the top up off of turn 2 going into 3.
We'll see how this all pans out with the final laps remaining here for stage 1 at Michigan. 2 miles. Cofield down to the inside. He's led down 10 laps of the race as we're closing to the end. Final lap, stage number 1. Cofield, he has got a big lead. Harris, though. Hendrickson, Newton, in line right now, nose to tail, but will they make a move for the final time? Number 2, they're going up against the safer barrier and more.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like Cofield's pretty much got this bad boy. Literally, they got the cat in the bag, but way back there, they're 3 wide duking it out for that final spot to get some playoff points. Cofield works his way through 3 and 4, coming off 4 to complete the stage 1. Looks like Cofield's got it in the bag, Wes.
To the line. as they are 4 and 5 wide, almost coming to the flag. Jonathan Cofield will win stage 1 here in the final elimination race of round 1 in this playoff round of 24. For Cofield, leading 12 of the 20 laps, caution is out. And Jacob Cofield doing what he needs to do right now here at Michigan, but I got a feeling there are some hungry heavy hitters right now sleeping on the 58. Still a long way to go in this one, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, there's a couple of guys that's actually back there in the back had to work their way up from the front, like Brady LaBeouf. He would be one of them that I'm really looking forward here tonight, not just because he's the boss man, not just because he pays my damn check, but he is obviously a previous champion here on the Monday Night Series. So LaBeouf's one of them that I'm looking at. The big surprise, I guess you could say, for me out of that was Stephen Thomas. You see him right there. He's got literally, the gap, it's there. He's going to the next round. But Wesley, it didn't matter to him. He started 30th. He come up here and he got some stage points. He only got one, but Stephen Thomas is showing that it doesn't matter that I'm locked into the next round. It doesn't matter. He come out here to race. He come out here to win here at Michigan. So Stephen Thomas, actually the biggest mover in the field, up 20 spots, started 30th. He's all the way up to 10th, but still a long way to go, like you said.
Pressure. Jacob, before we see pit stops, because we know they're coming up, what is the pressure right now do you think we're seeing with these drivers, especially if you're on that last bubble spot? Remember, it's a different scenario this year. You're racing the 4 teams in your color bracket, but if you're on the bottom of that list, how do you think they're reacting? When does the desperation become full effect to finally stay to go to the next round? You're a driver. What's the mindset of these guys right now?
Oh, it started when the green flag dropped here tonight. I promise you. Anybody that, is very close to possibly being that one guy that's going to be out in their color bracket, yeah. The pressure started, from the drop of the green flag here tonight, and especially with these pit stops, how they're going to be. Just how Michigan is. You can go from the front to the back in a heartbeat. You don't want to do it on pit road. The pressure, it's at an all-time 10 right now for these guys, especially knowing that they only got to race against 3 guys. But, all these guys that's in these playoffs, West Outland, every single one of these guys has a shot to win here at Michigan. So he could easily knock somebody out that was pretty much a lock to go into the next round. Pressure's at an all-time high.
Pit stops are done. Jonathan Cofield, stage 1 winner on a rainy night in the Carolinas after Memorial Day. Thank you to our men and women who have fought and served back in 1775 to allow in 1776 and beyond us to have freedoms to enjoy things like NASRA and iRacing. And we take a break. We get ready for stage 2 next.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Back here at Michigan, Jacob Reeves. We're about ready to come back for a restart, bud, and get ready for Glass Mechanic stage number 2. New names up at the front of the field as the pace truck is coming on the pit road. Still a long way to go in this final round 1 elimination race.
Looks like we're getting ready to get them fired up as Brian Shue, Chad Ross up there on the front row. Holidaddy leads them to the green flag. Gets a fantastic jump. Fires off. Jonathan Cofield. Saw him. He's the stage 1 winner, but stage 2 presented by the Glass Mechanic is underway. Chew up on the top side. Cofield down low. Cofield, fantastic jump. May bring Andrew Harris with him off turn 2. Oh, we got a spinner in the back. Couple of them spinning around. Kerry Tribuco Anderson, one of those guys back there. No, Stephen Thomas and Lucas Lyons, ironically enough, both of them in the blue grid didn't have a damn thing to lose tonight, and ironically enough, both of them spun out. How about that?
Austin out.
Kicked off, hit the camera.
Coach Popper's instant replay. And as Jacob said, it all comes undone here. Watch this move on the front straightaway. Now setting them up into turn number 2. Jacob, what happened here, my friend?
Well, for a second, I thought it might have happened like what happened to Shane Trotter, but that right there was all Stephen Thomas. Like he got tight, came up the track, got into the left rear of Lyons, and both of them literally slamming on the brakes, not wanting to hit that inside retaining wall. They know exactly what happened with Shane Trotter with that. But there you see Thomas just slides up just a little bit too much. Gets tight, hits him in the left rear. But good thing about this, though, is, Wesley, they were coming up to speed. They weren't at full song like what happened with Shane Trotter. There's a lot of room back there on that back stretch. So they were coming up to full song. That's what saved Stephen Thomas and Lucas Lyons from hitting the wall head on right there. If it would have been any narrower down there on the apron, both of them would have probably been screwed.
Another caution out again. By the way, Dean, does this sound better? I didn't realize that I was connected to all 3 phones with Wi-Fi and my laptop and everything else all at one time. So there's definitely a lot of hamster wheel rolling going on here. So hopefully it sounds better now. We're under caution flag for the second time. If I do sound differently than usual, I tried my best to not let that happen, to alleviate it. Been mobile since Friday on the road, announcing races, Maryland, Ohio, West Virginia, and of course, just getting back to North Carolina. I think, Jacob, I'm about 95 miles from home. I was knocking off about 150 miles driving in the rain, my friend, and I said, I can do it. I can make it. But I had to stop somewhere, and it is raining, and it is weather related. So nonetheless, though, Jacob, hope you had a good Memorial Day, my friend. It has been an up and down roller coaster weekend for me, but obviously, just like these drivers, what in the hell?
Oh,
Wow, talk about roller coasters out of my mouth. Jonathan Cofield, stage 1 winner. Just what the world, Jacob?
I don't know. We'll see it right here on the steering wheel, see kind of what happens to him right here. Drops revs, goes straight down to the bottom of the racetrack. Something amiss right here on Jonathan Cofield. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. What? Well, Wesley, you want to bring him up here?
If you want to, I would let you handle all of that, buddy, if you don't mind. I'll also let you be post-race. But like I said, my friend, I'm kind of in a different position than I usually am. So,
all right, well, we'll bring him up here. We'll see what's up. Jonathan, buddy, 2 questions. One, or 2 things. 1, congratulations on stage 1. And 2, what the hell just happened?
Still having VR problems.
I told you about that VR crap. I told you about that. I told you to be racing on a TV. I told you about that.
Yep.
Well, Well, I mean, Cofield, you still get the stage 1 win right here. I mean, are we done for the evening, or are we going to try to get back out there?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get back out here. I don't know what's wrong with this thing. It's just been acting funny for the past couple weeks.
And that messed up, huh?
We got
Yeah.
beef right here, Joe.
You got
Guess
beef
my
with the VR. I knew it.
Yeah, I guess I might have to uninstall the MetaQuest app and reinstall it, I guess.
You got a TV you can run that thing on, don't you?
No, I can't run on a monitor.
Hell, you may have to. It might be your only choice, I guess.
Yeah.
Jonathan, it's Wesley in a car in the pouring rain in North Carolina at a truck stop. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
How do you feel like this race is going to be here in this final event at Michigan? Do you feel like it's a calm before the storm, if you will?
Yeah, it kind of races like a super speedway. Top's coming in pretty good. I'd rather stay on the bottom, save the tires, but yeah, it should get interesting.
All right, buddy, go back out there and get him. Green flag is back out of the air. Glass Mechanic stage number 2 back underway. Jacob Reeves, and I got a feeling, like he said, this is like Daytona or Talladega atmosphere. We're watching all this happen. By the way, Super Speedway Atlanta next Monday night for round number 2 of the round of 16.
Oh, baby, 100% that tickles my fancy right up the middle. Cannot wait for that bad boy up front. Check this out. These old boys getting the tickle of my fancy right now, son. Kerry Tribute to the outside. Andrew Harris on the bottom. Hendrickson will go with Harris. They're fanning out behind them. Stephen Gregory up here. Actually, excuse me. Taylor Peacock has entered a conversation. Won at Daytona. Locked himself in. He doesn't care. He wants a little bit of extra cash to show that he is a dominant force here on the Monday Night Series. He's getting up here and mixing it up with these old boys.
And he certainly is. Look at this now, down to the inside. Wow. Great racing action everywhere. As they come to the stripe, you're in Glass Mechanic stage number 2. You got a feeling patience is out the window, Jacob. And by the way, I think I said round of 16. My apologies. It is the round of 18. 2 drivers are eliminated after tonight, and they're on the back straightaway.
Ooh, God almighty, it got good right there in the back. One had to slip down. Almost got thrown straight into the fence. That was Cherry that got shoved up there. Chad Ross slopping back is just a little bit as well. There comes Brady LaBeouf in the 24 trying to work his way up there. But one of those guys got shoved up into the fence. Couldn't see exactly who it was. But they got shoved up into the fence, stacked everybody up, and then you had guys going on the bottom of the racetrack to figure out a way around them. Up front, Kerry Tribute. Hard impact right here, trying to shove Harris on, trying to get clear, but Hendrickson down on the bottom side, he ain't having any of it. He get up there and race with his old boys.
Harris, momentum, gotta be for the 87, right, Jacob? What a race we saw in the virtual iRacing version of One Hot Night last Friday night at Charlotte. And we see Tim Harris do something like that again tonight. We'll find out. They're again back in the corner, headed to 1.
Yeah, I mean, we absolutely could. The only difference is that this is that this place kind of races like a super speedway, so it could be one spicy night in Michigan. It's woo-hoo, boy, Cherry, his tires got a little bit spicy right there. Almost lost it. Almost took out the whole field. He got loose, jumps down to the bottom. Everybody bypasses him as Kerry Tribute finds a hole on the top side. Harris down low. Down there on the bottom side. He ain't down there in the cellar yet, Dean. He's about middle ways, but 2 wide, battling for the lead. It's Kerry Tribute and Andrew Harris. Surf Pro cautions out.
Trouble in the tri-oval. One machine there going around.
Woo!
Oh, Tiffany having a big, crap moment a moment ago. Wow, because he is literally cattywampus driving on the track, and that last truck that just missed him, that could have been a T-bone shot. Luckily, cooler heads prevailed, or he missed it.
Here's a look at a replay as he's still up into the safer barrier, Jacob. We take a look at a replay of what happened to Tiffany in the 46. Caution out again for the third time here.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Oh, wow, he just comes up. He thought he was clear, and he was not. Kind of comes up right there into Justin White, ends up spinning himself out, and then pretty much the steering is gone in that 46. Backs up, doesn't know there's a truck way back there coming along. Boy, he didn't know what to do right there. He may have to go get him a new pair of shorts. He about nailed him, T-boned him right there on the front stretch. But one thing about that, though, folks, I mean, everybody at home, you see this right here, you're thinking, well, damn, you know, he's got a spotter. His spotter's telling him that there is a truck high. These spotters here on iRacing, I'll just be honest with you, folks, they're not the best in the world. I mean, honestly, they are not the best in the world. And I'm talking AI spotters. You know, you'd be better off having somebody real be able to spot for you, give you a better option or give you a better idea of where everything's at. But these AI spotters that we got on here that we race with, they're not on the tee. They will misjudge it by just a little bit. And I think that's exactly what happened right there with Bo Tiffany, Justin White. That AI spotter may not have a job next week. He may want to go and try a different one come next week when we go to Atlanta.
Another caution out over the racetrack again. As again, Bo Tiffany, a single car incident this time, puts us all back together. Does it just feel, Jacob, like this is just no tomorrow for six guys? I mean, I think we're finally going to see with this new bracket how it really is going to unfold for somebody that's on the outside looking in. And what I mean by that, they're in position number 4 of each of those 6 brackets of the other 3 advancing.
Yeah, I mean, it could really throw this whole thing for a wrench because, I mean, you're not only looking like it's been in the past, Wesley. I mean, you know, we're not only looking at just, say, one bracket where you got the top 20 and then somebody's trying to get into the fast 14 as they usually would. We're not looking at just one spot. Now we're looking at 6 different spots, which does add suspense, you know, for everybody else. You know, sometimes the folks at home look at that right there and they're going, well, what the hell am I looking at? But, I mean, it does narrow it down for the drivers. I mean, you look right there with Pappas and Cody Knott. That's a tight one right there. Cody Knott can come up here and get something. I was talking about Adam Newton and Bo Tiffany, but Tiffany just wrecked, so Adam Newton should be in good shape unless something happens to him in this race. He can still wreck out and have a problem. Tyler Goodwin, Joshua Suss is a little battle right there that I'm watching as well. I mean, but yeah, I mean, this whole deal right here with 6 different groups is a huge change. And you know, Wesley, I will say this. At the start, when it first come along, I was sitting here looking at it going, honestly, I thought it was going to be trash. I didn't even like it. I was like, no, don't change nothing. Just leave it alone. And to be honest with you, I love it. I love the way that it looks right here because it does open up opportunities for new guys to emerge into this thing and have a shot to try to get up there in that championship 6 and race for a championship.
The bracket unveiling there. Awesome work, even though I'm in a car in the pouring rain at a truck stop off of I-40, 85 in North Carolina. But the tale of the tape is true. 6 drivers are done after this Memorial Day Monday. Pace truck is in. Geico restart zone. And Jacob, we come back to green. Glass Mechanics, H2 rolls on here at Michigan.
Harris is up on that top side with Peacock right behind him. Kerry Tribune now down on that bottom side. Started 7th, trying to work his way up here and make something happen. Peacock already won at Daytona. He's trying to make it 2 here in this round. Harris up top, right up against the wall. Hendrickson behind him. One man jumping out on the bottom side. That is Chad Ross. Cherry thought about going with him. Ross making a dive down to the inside in the 38. He may end up trying to think about the lead. Nope, let's Kerry Tribune try to go for the lead off 4.
And what a race between him and Merck on Friday night for the trucks at Charlotte. Another memorable moment in your Nazareth annals of time. And the racing history continues. We now see what they're going to do. Breakaway. Harris, has he got momentum? Peacock's on the inside. Look at the 81 down to the bottom. And Terry and Henderson with him on board with Ross heading to 3.
Heard the jets on for Taylor Peacock down to the inside. Cole Hendrickson tried to follow him. There was nothing there. Chad Ross tries to jump down on the inside. He'll occupy that inside lane. There's Chad Ross right there, boxed on lap 12 from what we're seeing. Got to be careful on that as far as the fuel range goes. They can go pretty good ways, around 40 laps, give or take, probably a little bit longer than that. But up front, Peacock to the inside, Harris up top. Now Tribune looking to maybe jump down in the middle and go 3 wide in 3.
Thought about it, considering it, patiently waiting. And we are 3 wide for a moment for the lead. But they can't break out of line just yet. It seems like, Jacob, if you try to go crazy and go 4 or 5 wide, I'm not saying that that's not going to happen, but when it does, trouble is brewing. Even though the track is wide enough to do so, I think there's a little hesitation right now. There might be a hold-off moment.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, our great producer, Dean Hopton, in the background, literally, he's over there pulling some chicken moves, wanting these guys to go 3 wide. Chad Ross must have hurt him. Here he goes down to the inside. Chad Ross going for the lead. Peacock stuck in the middle. Harris up top. Tribune thinking 4 wide. They might have heard the chicken sounds from Dean Hopton, but they think differently about it. Now they go back to 2 wide. Just for a second, Chad Ross tried to go for the lead. Harris up top, and Tribune will go to second off turn 2.
I thought I heard a little. Do you feel like chicken tonight? You better not be if you're one of those 6 on the bottom of the bracket. As the desperation moves continue, look at Kerry Tribune up on the high side. He'll make the run now on Harris off 4.
Ooh, baby, I'm an original recipe made myself, to be honest with you. But here we go. And honestly, Kerry Tribune may be steaming up a little bit of that original recipe, courtesy of the Nazaro boys, of the old guard, so to speak. Peacock back there, baby, trying to do it as well. Chad Ross drives down to the inside, tries to make it stick for 3rd. It's all Andrew Harris off turn 2, but Ross, Peacock, they're going after it. Hendrickson back there with him. Robbie Richards, Adam Newton in the middle. 3 wide as Hendrickson's in the middle.
3 wide inside. Hendrickson, he's the first guy to be brave enough. Are you serious, right? I love it. This is phenomenal. Look at this again. What a wow. Hendrickson, don't slip there, Jacob. My goodness, don't blink.
And the bad thing about that, though, Wesley, is he got loose right there. He literally about busted his tail right there. That's going to come back to bite him in the tail because he was up there in the top 10 to get stage points, but he got loose, lost that momentum as we are coming down right here with 2 laps to go here in this stage. Cole Hendrickson went from about 6th all the way to 13th right there off of turn 2. He is going to be in a bad spot if he wants to try to get some stage points. He's got to muster up and get some damn momentum, or else he ain't going to get no stage points right here.
And let me just say this, Jacob, if you can get points, even though this is the playoffs and the last round of the opening round of the 3 rounds in each, get as many points as you can. Because if you can't win, there's only going to be one winner, right? It's not like that song by Chocolate where everyone's a winner. One winner when it's over. But get your points. Get as much as you can. They might keep you from being eliminated on the bubble. Throw the back straight away and they're getting sideways. Hold them together, guys, as we're going 3 wide.
Yeah, I mean, that's the big thing about it is, hell, they ain't even going to make it back. We got a caution.
Jeffrey Johnson, the 33. Jeffrey Johnson, the third. Lee Bailey, I think Harris is going to be scored as the leader as the caution comes out here, Jacob. Another look at a replay of what happened. It happened in the back. Remember, I said they were getting squirmy. We just didn't see it until the last minute. Watch this here.
Yeah, there you see Triple J right there on the bottom side. He slides up. Bailey gets loose. Johnson tried to jump up on the top side, didn't able to make it stick. And the bad part was he had Joshua Suss right up his tailgate, and then bam, very similar hit. Triple J hit right there, actually very similar to what Shane Trotter had a while ago. They ended up giving him a meatball flag, but you saw what happened. Whoa, damn, Lee Bailey actually got up in the air, but Triple J was trying to get out of the gas. Suss was already up his back door. He didn't know that they were that close to one another, and Jeffrey just got it, or he just gets out of the gas, and Suss hits him in the tailgate and just basically shoves him right into Bailey. And then at that point, Bailey, Johnson, they're along for the ride, and Suss ends up going right by us. So that's just one of them things. But that's a racing incident, but at the same time, it doesn't help out Lee Bailey III or Jeffrey Johnson Jr.
.213simware.com 200, another yellow flag. Pit stops are happening. We'll step away, take one as well. Don't go anywhere. Only one's a winner after tonight, and 6 are done. Nah. Hey, goodbye. Music.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations, home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's magical creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Getting wet out here. That's all I gotta say. Oops. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I'm talking about the weather here at Michigan. Jacob Reeves, Wesley Outland, inside the car with you. At Jacob, it's amazing, my friend, the technology that we have today, the things we can do. Like, if I send a picture, can you post it? Like, this is Wesley's selfie of working the race right now. Yeah,
I believe so. I'll tell you what, while we got, if we can, real quick, while they're getting all that lined up, we obviously have our stage 2 winner. Try to bring him in. Go ahead, let him have his moment in the sun, which is Andrew Harris. Andrew Harris, buddy, congratulations on that stage 2 win presented by the Glass Mechanic. It's getting interested out there, baby. Y'all all over the place. I'm loving it. How about you?
Yeah, it's getting crazy. It gets real slick, but it's like super speedway racing. So throw that all together with some new and old tires up here to the front, and I'm just glad to be out in front of this thing. That's what I could say.
Andrew, goggles, carrying momentum from the wind at Charlotte on Friday, man. What does that mean to you to put yourself into this next round here at the Trucks on Monday, buddy?
Yeah, I'm really happy to be on to the next round. Got a little bit of lucky break that Chris Blanchard wasn't able to make the first race, so it pretty much locked me in. And just going to take this momentum, see if we can move forward, get some good stage points we got here. So see what happens.
Andrew Harris, we'll send him on back. We're getting ready for a green flag. Well, congratulations to him on that. But here we go, Wes. We're getting ready, green flag again.
We are. I was taking a selfie just ending you, Jacob.
Oh, okay. Well, while he's doing the selfie deal, we're going. We're not getting it off the OnlyFans account. God, no, we ain't doing that. Harris up front, Peacock up here racing it out. Going into turn 3. Peacock got shuffled back. Harris with the lead. Now Tribune behind him. How about an old man right here? I don't even know if he's old or not. But Roger Diebold, folks, won at Phoenix earlier on in the season for his very first win in Nazareth. Diebold up here started 21st. He's up here battling for the lead. West, he's getting up here. He's mixing it up with him.
He certainly is, and we'll watch all this transpire yet again. Another lap goes on. Let's see what takes place. They work their way again down the back straightaway. It is Harris. It is Tribune. It is the driver Diebold. Winner a few weeks ago was contact made. Newton goes down to the bottom of the racetrack. Cherry on the save. 3 wide in the middle. Hold on. Brady LaBeouf stays in the gas as they work their way back to the start-finish line. And we move our way to the second half of Michigan. 50 down, 50 to go, and 6 are going home as they set sail into 1 at the checkered flag.
Woo, boy, I'm telling you, Diebold damn near went home right then, jumped down, ended up getting into Newton, shoved up the hill just 1 lap ago over in turn 3. Now everybody all the way down to Diebold, top 8, goes single file. Diebold jumps out of line. Here comes the man in front of him. That is Matt Cherry. Cherry will jump out of line. Everybody battling on the bottom side. LaBeouf down on the bottom. That's 3 wide hitting the line.
Brady LaBeouf, season 2 champion, now in stealth mode. What a save he made a moment ago at 3 wide. And now, Jacob, he's ready to pounce on this Memorial Day Monday. The man from Louisiana, now from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Roll Tide.
Absolutely, Roll Tide. I will say that. Wesley, I am, real quick, talking about Roll Tide, I am excited for August 31st. We play against Florida State. And I will say real quick, I hate Florida State, but the only thing I love about them is the tomahawk chop. Other than that, can't wait for that one. But right here, we're worried about Michigan right now with LaBeouf down here on this bottom side trying to get Cherry going. Roger Diebold dives down, 3 wide. Newton up top, LaBeouf stuck in the middle, and Diebold down on the bottom side, down in the cellar where Grandpappy has the moonshine, and LaBeouf slides up and jumps in front of Peacock going into 3.
I mean, was that not phenomenal or what? What a move. Mains now. Come on now, Harris. Harris, there's a caution. We got trouble. 2 trucks in the wall. Chad Ross, a second time involved in an incident, and I think Kaufman was the other one in the 25. Yellow out again here, Jacob.
Well, I mean, Chad Ross was up there at the front, and I think he was up on the top side a couple laps ago. I seen him drop back just a little bit, and you see right here, I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know if he got him or not, or that might be that forbidden word that we're not supposed to say on iRacing, exactly what that. Oh, we can say it now. Well, then that was just straight up damn net code. Is exactly what that was right there. Honestly, I mean, he never touched him. Now Chad Ross and James Kaufman, they touched, but check this out right here. No, I mean, there's literally a gap right there west side, and you can see the asphalt, and then Ross gets sideways, and then after that, watch this. Lyons gets up here, and then once again, big gap right there, just ends up sending Ross around. He ends up going up, hitting the wall, and then Kaufman's there as well. But, I mean, everybody's got to deal with that net code. Everybody's got to deal with it. They just got to figure out a way. All these drivers has got to figure out a way to race around it without having to use it, which, I mean, it's going to happen sooner or later. I've got net coded a bunch of times, and I've cussed a lot of people out over it, but it's just one of them things in iRacing.
Well, we'll toss it out again as we look at a different angle from it. Kaufman and Ross off of turn 4, and another Pulse Poppers instant replay. Some drivers are boxing out, some are boxing in, or staying out, I meant to say. They're not hitting. We're in the second half of the elimination race for Michigan. And we will step away, take a break, and we are back to green in just a moment.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Going green.
Back here at Michigan, getting ready for a restart. Still under yellow flag. I'm sorry. Jacob, you yelling green, green, green. They still got one to go. They're on the back straightaway, man. Who in the hell is that guy?
I had to do it. I'm sorry. I know who that guy is. I've seen that guy before. Who is that?
Whatever it takes, right? Well, hopefully the video will work. It'll put a better picture to it, right? But there it is. I love a rainy night on Memorial Day. And dedication at its finest. As we always say, it takes a village. It takes a family. Even if we're in a nice, comfy studio or we're in our car in the rain. Thank you. And we're ready to bring it back to you here. Jacob, I wouldn't miss this for the world, my friend. Even though I'm in a interstate somewhere. And we're coming back to green. Let's go back to racing. It's not over here at Michigan.
Nah, no, sir. It ain't over. Not yet. Not by a long shot. Andrew Harris up top. Courage of you down on that bottom side. Newton trying to work with him. Cherry, they almost door bang. Like and subscribe if you love everything that's with the NASRA 360 Racing Network. And also ring that bell. Get all your notifications. That way you can stay up to date with the DSR Electric Truck Series, the Cops Truck Series on Friday nights, or everything going on with NASRA. And oh, Wesley, I don't know which gas station yet, but if you're at racetrack, holler at me. I'll get you some rewards points, help you out. That way you can maybe get you a coffee or get you a Snickers bar while you're in there.
That's a pilot. It's a pilot. And I'm in orbit right now. Back underway. Harry Tribune to the lead. Harris up high. Look at Newton. We're going to go 3 wide again, shall we? Diebold. What a season, Jacob, for Roger Diebold. The beefed up jerky, number 14. Truck on the inside, 5th in line. Could he be a man to advance to the next round? That first taste of victory. You lick your chops. You have the sensation. You want that taste a lot quicker than the last time when you got it the first time. And Diebold has really showed momentum in that number 14 machine coming back to the line.
Yeah, I mean, he really has, Wes Allen. I mean, Roger Diebold, one of these guys that could really be one of the big dogs. I mean, he's 26 points above the cut line coming into the night, so he's in pretty good prime position. But at the same time, Wesley, you were talking earlier about wanting to get up here, get these stage points and everything else. I think some of these guys, like Stephen Thomas was earlier on, and like Lucas Lyons and all these other guys, Harris, all these guys, even though they may be up 20 points or they may be up 50 points or whatever, they want to be consistent because, this is the last race here in this first round. You don't want to go out of this race thinking, well, I just done enough just to get by. Because then what's that going to do? That's going to kill the momentum. That's going to kill your confidence. And then when you go into the next round when you're racing against 2 drivers instead of 3, then your momentum is shot. Your confidence is shot. You don't want to do that going into the second round of these playoffs. So even with these guys so many points up, I'm not surprised to see everybody trying to be up at the front, showing that they are the top dog here on Monday nights.
Ready to see it. Look at Kermit the Frog. Here comes Kermit the Frog here. Inside. That goes Starbase entry. Luke Smith, ribbit, contact. Diebold saves on the bottom. And Cherry and Tribune got to go up high. And will we go 3 wide for the lead? Will it happen? Could it happen? Should it happen? Newton has them get back in tow down the back straightaway. The 19 showing his teeth, growling, snarling. The Bulldog of Nazareth leads him again off 4.
Absolutely, Bulldog leads them there. Oh, Kermit back there. Kermit the Frog trying to dive down to the inside. I didn't even know Kermit was purple. I didn't see that he had a cold beer in his head in that picture. That was pretty awesome. Check this out right here, though. Right up the middle, Andrew Harris, who up at the front, he led. He won stage 2 presented by the Glass Mechanic. I mean, he has been fast, but now he's not at the front. Now he's trying to muscle his way up through there. Door bang with Cherry a little bit on the front. Now Harris trying to work his way back up through the field and get back up to where he is comfortable, and that is leading this race here at Michigan. Diebold, though, your dog, big boy, diving down to the inside. He's going for the lead off Adam Newton at the line.
Diebold on the bottom. Newton stays right there in tow alongside. And well, that goes on. A couple of trucks on the bottom ready. Basically below the apron. And we start to maybe get 3 and 4 wide again. Remember what happened the last time. Chain reaction, domino effect, and caution in the back. Right now, they all stay in tow, and it's Diebold. Remember the story. Sweet victory. You can taste it. Some delicious lip smacking sauce is a checkered flag, and he's looking for that second one here in Michigan, Jacob, as he works the leader, the 14. Back to turn 1 here.
Roger Diebold trying to shock everybody here tonight at Michigan and pop a win out for the number 14. One of the man that won at Phoenix earlier on this season, trying to show it at the 2-mile super speedway. Cherry playing pinball, smack in the middle of Peacock and Harris. If you see it right here, awesome camera angles by our great producer, Mr. Dave Biggles Hopton. Peacock on the inside. Whoo, boy, Cherry. Oh, boy, he was shaking in his shoes right there. But now Peacock and Harris, they're going to battle for that 4th spot at the line.
In the words of the man with the claws from Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy versus Jason, when he played pinball, pinwheel ball with Jason Tilt. And right now, what a save he makes as he scrapes the wall. Pinging off the safer barrier, bouncing off another one. Henriksen holding on as he goes bing bong ball. Down in the turn number 3. Smith up high now. This is for 5th. Will he go after Harris? Harris, one of the winners of the stage. All this goes on as we close into the finish at the line. Get him ready. 35 to go. And Jacob, the closer and closer we reach the end, I got a feeling lap 75 or 80 is when that, hey, man, I might be playing possum right now, but it's time to show my teeth comes out on this field, especially if you're one of those 6 drivers that are on the cut line in each of the brackets of the 4.
Yeah, absolutely, Wes. I mean, and I talked about this being a super speedway. Obviously, you got the draft effect that you got to play effective. Damn, Cherry, just shove him right up into the fence. Why don't you, man? Cherry, right there with Kermit, almost put him in the fence. But, yeah, obviously, Wes, we see the super speedways like Daytona, Talladega, 3 wide, all that good stuff. this is a super speedway, but tire wear will come into effect as well. And like you said, some of these guys probably laying back there, just kind of waiting for something to pop off. Good possibility. Some of them might just be playing around back here, saving their tires, and they just use the draft and slingshot up through there, just like Joey Stires. I saw him right there for a second, dive down to the inside. So, I agree. About 75, maybe 80. Maybe at that Premier Racing setup, 20 to go, you're going to see some guys starting to make the moves up here at the front.
And don't forget to subscribe and like as we move into the second round. 18 drivers will advance after tonight. 24, 6 gone, 18. That is Kerry Tribune up high. Taylor Peacock down low. Give him room. He will not. 7-inch attack mode. Comes Harris on the bottom. He'll try to go 2 for 1. Not going to get him. He'll at least got by one truck. And now, open the door to Luke Smith. Hermit is showing his claws now in the field in the inside in 2.
Yeah, and Wesley, those positions like what you just saw with Taylor Peacock, Kerry Tribune, there's still time left in this race with 30 laps to go. If that would have happened at, say, like lap, 5 to go or something like that, Peacock's going around. I don't see Kerry Tribune lifting out of the gas. He would have straight up spun him out, and he might have lifted, but then when he got back to him, he would have set him around to make sure he didn't get involved in it, because that right there, Peacock might have got tight, might have slid up, just might have got tight, or maybe he just tried to clear himself as Harris up into the fence now for just a little bit right there. But those self-clearing aspects, sooner or later, Wesley Outland, they're going to come back to bite some of these guys in the tailgates.
On board with now Justin Lumpkin. Right there in the 18. Tries to go 3 wide with Kerry Tribune. Harris up on the outside. Smart thing to do. Tucktail in line. Stay to the inside. Jacob, at what point do you make your move?
You make it right now. Other than that, honestly, you make it right now. You either make that move, right now you can make it at 25 to go. You make it at 20 to go. A lot of these guys making those moves. Honestly, Dean, I was trying to think about it. I didn't want to sound like an idiot on here, so thank you, Dean. I appreciate you making sure I'm awake. You can make it right now. You can make that move right now. But at the same time, this place is, you don't want to make your move too early. You make your move too early, these guys use that draft and everything. It can come back, and they can use that draft, suck right back up, and be able to shoot up there. So you don't want to make it too early, but if you got confidence in yourself to make that move right now and know that you can hold some of these other guys off, yeah, do that. But, some guys may want to wait till the very last second and try to pull that slingshot last move, last-ditch effort. Maybe like Adam Newton's doing right now with Roger Diebold. Let him get up here and let him lead these laps, and then Newton just shoot down to the inside or outside, get a run, get around Diebold, could win this race.
Moving into the home stretch, if you will. That's something that we need to think about, right? All this going on back into the corner. Another lap in. Hello, everybody. Rock and roll.
And one thing about hello to everybody, I have not seen one person say a word in the live chat. Are y'all alive in the live chat? Somebody, look, we've already seen this damn thing peak at like 50. Whoa, now we're getting everybody's getting alive as we see guys jump down pit road. Brady LaBeouf, one of those drivers, electing to go down pit road. You see others, Kerry Tribune diving down, Joey Stires, bunch of them.
Money stop, Jacob. That's exactly what I said. Remember a moment ago, I said, when do you go? It's time to go now, because here's the money stop. Those drivers are coming down pit road, and they know it is time to go here for the finish of this race.
A couple of others jumping down pit road right here. Andrew Harris in the 87. We see him falling on the leaderboard. He's jumping down pit road as the battle is on for the lead. Now, Newton able to shoot around Double. Double going back down to the inside. Kermit, the Frog, trying to go with him and get the draft as well. Peacock, Lumpkin, all these guys back here as well. And these other guys, they're jumping down pit road, they're getting fresh tires. They're going to have this short run right here before these other guys jump down pit road. But these other guys, you see, watch this pace right here. As you see some of these guys jump down pit road, Brady LaBeouf leading a bunch of these guys out of the pits. You'll see how fast he's going as you see everybody else jump down pit road for their finals pit stop.
More green flag pit stops, 3/4 of the way through. 25 remaining. It is Newton, Maurer, and now Larson, the new three, with Thomas and Lyons. And here we go again. Some of those yellow-orange brackets split between blue is Larson for Team Yellow. Drivers that are trying to advance. Remember, drivers in black are not playoff eligible. But hey, you can get up there and try to make a run for a win. Like Larson, we've seen Cole or JD Larson, the times they've been up in the front, and we got problems. Stephen Thomas, Rex, entering pit road with 24 to go, Jacob. Wow.
And I'll tell you this much. I mean, you see Stephen Thomas, we talked about him in that blue bracket. What a race to just straight up just have the worst race at all. What a race to do that, knowing that you're 100% locked in because Chris Blanchard is not here to take one of those 3 spots away from you. If anybody in that blue grid had a mulligan race, this was the one to have right here for all those guys in the blue grid. As you see now, your race leader, Adam Newton, going down pit road.
Pit stops going on. Continuing with now Nate Maurer cycled as the new leader. It's Lyons in second, followed by Larson in third, and now Suss gets into the top 5. Here comes the number 80 machine. Will he make some noise now as we see these guys work their way back down to 22 to go here at Michigan?
Adam Newton just coming off pit road right there. Carol Lumpkin out there. I can't believe I'm fixing to read this. Justin Lumpkin is a hottie, so there you go. That's that Lumpkin deal out there, obviously. But
you're the one that said that it was crickets in the chat box tonight. So you know what sucks? I can't do my. It sucks. I can't do my regular, noises I normally get tonight. That's not fair.
Well, I got to be honest with you, boy. What I just read, I've read a hell of a lot worse. I'll just go ahead and throw that out there. I've read a lot worse. But there you see, apparently, according to Carol Lumpkin, there is your hottie right there, Justin Lumpkin, in the 18, having a kind of a respectable night, if you will, back there in the 18th spot. He's on, and he's literally, I guess he is a hottie. He's on fire all the way around it. But having a respectable night, if you will, back here racing Joey Stires, Colton Hogan, Robbie Richards, back here in about the 18th spot. So he's having a respectable night. Not lighting the world on fire or anything like that, but he's having a respectable night. There's another, I'm not even going to do it. There's one on fire right there as well. That's Joshua Suss up here at the front.
There's a guy that's wrecked police cars and, committed crimes in the mail. And I solved the case for my buddy Jacob. There's our buddy from Kansas, Mr. Joshua Suss. I'm messing everybody. Hey, if you could hear me, Mr. Engineer, Maestro, take it away. It is the Premier Racing Setups, 20 to go. as Maurer, as we take you side by side, Maurer in the lead. Here comes stage 1 winner, Jonathan Cofield. There you see a little glimpse of him. And now we have more guys. Lucas Lyons on pit road here, Jacob. Remember, mention Nazra or, of course, in checkout, get 15% off of your order. 15% goes back also into Nazra's pocket. And Jacob, remind everybody, you know what? The great weekend of motorsports just wrapped up yesterday with Monaco for Formula One, IndyCar, the Indy 500. Alex Palou winning the 109th edition of the greatest spectacle in racing. And how about Watermelon Man, Ross Chastain, winning the World 600? We got Nazar's version of that coming up. Not this weekend, but next weekend, June the 8th, the Nazra 1100, 500 miles, Indianapolis, 600 miles with the 87 Cup cars at Charlotte. We're going to have a fun day.
Yeah, absolutely, we will. And I mean, y'all think about that as well. You know, talking about that the Coke 600 deal with Ross Chastain. I mean, he started dead last, 40th, and was able to, after 600 miles, come away with a crown jewel. I mean, I'm a big fan of Ross Chastain. I'm sorry, I'm a big fan of him. I mean, hell, he drives a beer cart. I mean, he looks like a redneck. He is a farmer. I mean, how do you not pick him, to be honest with you? But, I mean, but that's also big. And, like we talked about before, we've talked about it before, obviously, the Nazra 1100 coming up. Obviously, right there on June 8th, like you said. Dean, have we got a logo for that?
We do. Stand by. It sounds like he's eating a Vegemite sandwich, but there he is, right there.
Yes, he does.
There it is.
And Wesley, what's the big thing about that? I've talked about this numerous times. Yeah, I mean, I'm pumped to do the Indy 500. I really am. Obviously doing a Coke 600. But I'm telling you, I applaud the Nazra officials, and I will say it this week on the Door Banging Download. I applaud them for taking the damn next gen cars out of this, and let's run some 87s. Let's drive something that is worth racing, especially in Charlotte for 600 miles.
No, you're right. It's going to be fun. And by the way, it is when we put the name of the races up there, because there will be some sponsor announcements and things coming soon. You can also run both races, or you can run either or. I want to throw that out there also. But time is running out to get registered. I think they said they're going to keep registration open until, I believe, midnight on June the 8th. So basically, Saturday at 11:59, the pumpkin is crushed like Chastain crushing a watermelon after winning the World 600. Pardon the pun. And with 15 to go, your chance to make it history. 1,100 miles. And when I say that, it is really 500 miles at Indy, 600 miles at Charlotte. And if you're doing the math, that is 1,100 miles, 200 laps at Indianapolis, 400 laps at Charlotte.
Yeah, that's going to be an awesome deal.
Still going on.
And these guys right here that you see, go ahead, Wes.
Jacob, I fear. No, I'm sorry, my friend. I fear that we have put ourselves in a bad spot here. We put ourselves in an island where everybody is all scattered around the racetrack. You see the interval. We might see this thing go green to the end.
I wouldn't be surprised about it one damn bit, to be honest with you. Nate Maurer, I think Nate may end up having to make a pit stop. You see it right there. 54 was his last lap. Diebold went in at 75, so Diebold, obviously, there you see his last lap, literally a second faster than Maurer. What I'm thinking out of all this is what I'm thinking right here, is that J.D. Larson tried the same exact thing that Maurer and Joshua Suss are trying exactly right this moment. What they're trying to do is they're trying to run this damn thing as long as they possibly can. If there was to get a caution, Maurer, Suss, they're going to pit, but guess what Diebold and Peacock and Chad Ross and Andrew Harris, all these guys are going to do? they're going to go down pit road right there with them for 4 freshies right here to, have about a 10-lap shootout or whatever the caution comes out. So I think that's what Maurer and Suss' plan is right here. I don't think they make it all the way to the end, but this is their game plan. This is their strategy that they're trying to pull, and everybody is scattered all over the place. But one wrong slip, we've seen guys get loose off 2 and seen them get loose off 4 and everything else. It's a matter of time, honestly. I got a feeling it could go green, but at the same time, one truck slips, you got to serve pro caution in the blink of an eye.
2 miles here at the Trioval, that is Michigan. In the Irish Hills on the iRacing simulator. And Dean doing a phenomenal job showing you the track map, even though it looks like little nerds on my computer screen. Little Skittles, I guess. Did I say nerds? I said nerds. I meant Skittles. Okay, middle skirts, nerd Skittles. But anyhow, to the finish of the race, you see what I was referring to, though, Jacob, is that kaleidoscope of colors, or the Skittles, all around the track map, and they are literally all scattered in their own little world. Nobody making ground on anybody. I mean, Maurer has Suss by 5 seconds. Maurer, can he go the distance? If not, he pits. And then you've got Joshua Suss, who's behind him 5 seconds. And then guess what? If Suss can't go the finish with 10 to go, Diebold's the new leader.
Yeah, I mean, and that's going to be the interesting part. Well, I mean, Dean, could they catch him in time? You would think so, but, I mean, they're 18 seconds back from Maurer. If Maurer, let's just say Maurer could make it. Let's just say he could. With 10 to go, no, I don't think they'll be able to catch him. Peacock and Diebold and all those guys, I don't think they'll be able to. They look like that they was actually, you see it right there as far as that goes. They are, give or take, about a second faster than those guys. But here's the thing. It's not enough time. It's a second faster. It's 9 to go, and they got 18 seconds to make up, so there's no way that they're going to be able to catch them. They need a caution, either that or Maurer and Suss to pit. But if Maurer's got enough gas to make it all the way to the end, I'll be shocked. I don't see it happening because last time, Dean showed it, last time him and Suss pitted was on lap 54. It's a long time, from then. But they may be getting a draft. They may be trying to save all the fuel that they can. Nope, there they go.
In Maurer, Suss, now the new leader. Will Joshua Suss be able to roll the dice? There he is in that Murph's Magical Creation number 80 machine. Can he hold on with single digits on the scoring pylon for the final race in the NASCAR DSR Electric Truck Series round of 24, opening round? 6 eliminated after tonight. 18 move on to next week. And with that being said, Joshua Suss, I'm trying to remember, Jacob, he can't go. Suss off the pace. Joshua Suss, not in Kansas anymore. The man is now in virtual Michigan, and he's got to get some more fuel. Now, look who's in the lead. Diebold and Peacock, side by side, 7 to go for the win.
I'm telling you, I got to give props to Nate Maurer and Joshua Suss. It's like C-Man said out there in the live chat, Paul Wolf called run long and fuel gamble. But up here at the front, Peacock and Diebold out of absolutely nowhere, getting up here and getting after it. Peacock talked about it, won at Daytona, already locked in. He ain't got to worry about nothing. Diebold, on the other hand, about 20 points up in his particular grid. He wants to get up here and get the win here tonight. What a win it would be for that number 14, especially for that momentum like I was talking about, West Outland, to go into that second round. What momentum that would be for Roger Diebold.
6 to go. Hey, don't forget to subscribe and like. Jacob and Dean are going to carry you guys the rest of the way. I hope Dean's able to show that video before we go off the air of just what I did behind the scenes here tonight. because I want to get back on the road, guys. I've been gone for the last 4 days. I am exhausted. Godspeed to varsity women's head coach Marlon Lee, my good friend, not only as a teacher, but a friend of school when I was a kid in school. He passed away tragically yesterday. I found that out while I was announcing races in Maryland. I think about him, and I just say that I know he would want me to continue to call this race to the best of my ability, and of course as well call basketball in his memory also. And Godspeed to Coach Marlon Lee. A roller coaster amount of emotions, but the show goes on, life goes on, and that's exactly where we are right now in this playoff battle. Down into turn number 3. Here comes Diebold. He won a few weeks ago. And yes, the man in the picture on the bottom right is yours truly, sitting in a parking lot somewhere in the pouring rain in North Carolina at a truck stop and calling this race with you to the finish. But Jacob and Dean will carry you for post-race. It is Peacock in the lead, Jacob. Here comes an Alan Mead on the inside. Peacock and Diebold down the back stretch. 4 miles, well, actually 6 miles to go when they head to turn 3 and 4 back to the line. Diebold fights back on the outside. He cannot clear him.
And you just saw right there Taylor Peacock go down the back chute, go all the way down to the bottom of the racetrack. Folks, what he's trying to do is trying to break that draft because Diebold has that draft to his advantage. He may be playing with him, Wesley, like we say all the time, playing with him like a cat plays with a mouse. Screw that. He's going for it now. Thought about it, jumped up to the top side, may try to get Peacock to overdrive the corner. Peacock up top. He gets sideways. He's going to lose the momentum. Diebold up on the tailgate. And now, literally bump drafting one another going down right here. Somebody spun in the back, but no caution. But bump drafting one another going into 3.
And the reason why the caution did not come out, presented by Surf Pro, is they're at the bottom of the apron on the inside of the racetrack. And now, the John Girard, Ricky Bobby Battle of Nazareth goes on. Peacock, Diebold. Place your bet. Choose your weapon. Who will win? Who will advance? Peacock on the lead spot, but Diebold hungry for that second win in the season. To the outside. He gets loose. They hit the back straightaway. They get along to the door again, heading to 3.
And don't count out old Kermit. Luke Smith back there, about a second back from all this right here. If both of these guys get into it, we get a little bit of door banging, somebody gets spun out or whatever. Luke Smith could literally steal one here at Michigan. But here we go, white flag, Wesley Bell out. Peacock at the line, he has it. Diebold goes to the outside, tries to get the draft. He is there, but Peacock shoots it down to the inside. Diebold trying to find a way around him on the white flag lap.
White flag, as always, presented by Darren's Tail and Shine as Peacock is loose. Open the door to Diebold. Roger Diebold powers along. He is there. Stride for stride into the corner. Now the crossover. Tries to go for a slide job. Contacts made. They're both crashing. Diebold and Peacock crash. Luke Smith, Kermit the Frog, is going to steal one here in Michigan. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit to the start-finish line. And a win as Diebold and, oh my goodness, Diebold and Peacock take each other out. Luke Smith wins. He didn't lead a damn lap except the last one. And it's a victory for Kermit the Frog. Happy Memorial Day.
Wow. Luke Smith right there. I talked about it a second ago, West Outland. Watch out for Kermit back here, as he will be in the Florida Cabinet Distributors victory lane. But Luke Smith, I said it a second ago, was back there in the back. He was laying in the weeds. If both them guys, Peacock, Diebold, they get into it, watch out. Kermit's got it in the bag. And damned if they didn't wreck in 3. And Kermit, Luke Smith, gets the win, steals one here at Michigan. And Luke Smith, depending on where he was in his points area, Luke Smith's going on to the next round.
Jacob, I would not call it steals. He lucked into this victory. I mean, literally, he didn't steal it. It was just given to him on a silver platter because your top two guys took each other out. By the way, Victory Lane now for NASRA is presented by Florida Cabinet Distributors, Winter Circle, and the Toyota number 27 of Luke Smith. Our Kermit the Frog of NASRA has won. Jacob, Maestro, Dean, take it away. Can we roll the videotape one more time? Jacob Reeves, final lap. What went right? What went wrong? I just feel like Peacock and Diebold, I don't want to say they were greedy. I would say it was desperation at all costs. Whatever you can do to win, it just cost both of them here at the end. White flag in the air, my friend. Set us up for what we just witnessed.
Yeah, I mean, you see Diebold right here. You saw him numerous times. He was trying to figure out that run. I mean, there for about 4 laps, give or take. He'd get the draft. He'd find a way. He'd try to get a run. Here he goes up on the outside, tries to bait Peacock. Peacock overdrives the corner, slides up, hits them seams that we've seen numerous times at like Homestead and other racetracks. You hit them seams, you get a little bit loose. That's what happened to Peacock. That put him in the position he was in. Diebold was on the bottom. Peacock left out of the gas early and tries to jump down to the bottom of the racetrack. And then there it is right there. Looked like Peacock dove down. Diebold tried to come down. Kermit almost got himself in the middle of that. If Peacock would have came down any faster, he would have straight up took out Luke Smith. But Kermit the Smith ends up walking away with it. I look at that as a racing incident. Diebold's going to be upset. Peacock's going to be upset. It's just both of those guys going for the win.
Dean, let's go on board with Luke Smith. How close was this that he could have got crashed, as you just mentioned? Watch this one more time. All this goes on in front of him. This is on the view of Kermit. Luke Smith, now you're really on board with him. This is what he's seen. And honestly, Jacob, I think he honestly thought, well, damn it, I'll just get a podium. Nothing wrong with a bronze. But look at this. Watch what happens going down the back straightaway. Luke Smith nowhere even in sight. He was seeing the tailgate, but he didn't see victory at hand until this moment. Right here. Contact. Diebold. Peacock. Up the hill. What's going on? Whoa. Wowzers. And a save by Smith. Cock looses Smith. But Kermit the Frog races his way to a checkered flag and a win here at Michigan. It wasn't a steal. It was a how in the world did it end up in my lap finish for the driver of the 27.
Yeah, he might want to go down to his nearest racetrack or Circle K, wherever they sell lottery tickets, and buy one of them damn things. Because I'm telling you, I mean, he lucked up into it and everything, but he also lucked up into missing Taylor Peacock. Because, like I said, if Peacock didn't come down and get into him right there, I mean, if he got into him, it's Andrew Harris or Hendrickson or Tribune or LaBeouf. All of them were back there battling for that 5th spot. If they just got in there the wrong way or whatever, and somehow or another there was a track blocker, it could have really turned out way different than what we saw right there. But Luke Smith got that win.
Jacob, man, if you want to show the results, please. There they are. There's the results. I'm going to have to let you go. It looks like somebody must have called the police on me, or the police is just curious of what the hell is this guy doing in a car.
Take a picture of that.
I'd rather not. So, hello, officer. Jacob, please do post race, my friend.
I got you, buddy.
I'm going to try to my way out and let everybody know I'm doing a job here, and I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, absolutely, buddy. You go ahead. We'll go ahead and take care of it. So hopefully West Outland will not be in jail, and we'll be still here broadcasting with NASRA.
Oh, you got a call. Wow. They thought I was scoping out the gas station, Jacob. Unbelievable. Are you serious?
If this,
Guys, we
I
gotta
wish
go.
this was on behind the mic. This is hilarious as hell. All right, Wesley, go ahead. We got you, baby. Luke Smith.
Yes, sir. Let me grab the umbrella. I have registration. Jacob, I gotta go, buddy. See ya.
Well, you know, we just lost the commentator at the moment. He's in handcuffs and it's about to get taken away. Jacob, take those results away.
I'm trying not to cuss on air, but I'm getting flipping here. Luke Smith leads. He wins the race. Adam Newton gets second. Justin Logan third. We'll talk to those guys here in a minute. Andrew Harris got fourth. Cole Anderson gets fifth. Gary Tribune, Bray LaBeouf, Keith Haney, Colton Hogan. Joey Stars, that is your top 10. Lucas Lyons comes home 11th here tonight after starting on the pole. Robbie Richards gets 12th. Phil Pappas, Matt Cherry. Nate Maurer. Maurer tried the strategy, didn't work out for him. He tried the Paul Wolf strategy, tried to run long, did not work out. He will finish 15th here tonight. Roger Diebold, who was up at the front, had a shot, low racing contact with Taylor Peacock, ended up costing him. He'll settle for 16th here tonight. Raul Meza will get 17th. Justin White, Brian Chew, J.D. Larson, the top 20. Cody Knight, Tyler Goodwin, Joshua Suss, Dane Hagen, the top 24 that finished on the lead lap. Rest of them one lap down or more. Taylor Peacock, who decided to bail out after that. He will finish 15th here this evening. Chad Ross, Tom Lester, Cole Larson, James Kaufman, Chris Cinnamon, the Spice Man, finishing 30th. Jonathan Cofield, who won stage number 1, had a VR incident. That, folks, that's why you don't race with VR. But he will finish 31st here this evening. With Craig Schroeder, Lee Bailey III, Bo Tiffany, Stephen Thomas, Jeffrey Johnson Jr., and Shane Trotter, the 37 drivers here tonight for the 213somewhere.com 200. TJ Moore was your race director. Well, folks, we're going to take a quick commercial break and make sure that Wesley Outland is not in jail here this evening. And we'll be right back with you, Podium Finishers. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
We're back live. We got we had a little video from Wesley that he sent from his car earlier there, so we're just going to play that one really quickly for everybody.
Down the back straightaway. It is Harris. It is Tribune. It is the driver Diebold. Winner a few weeks ago was Contact Space.
This is before the
Didn't
cop
go
showed
down
up.
to the bottom of the racetrack. Cherry on the save. 3 wide in the middle. Hold on.
Just get the
Brady
right
LaBeouf
orientation.
Folks, that is,
stays in the gas as they work
folks,
their
that
way
is the
back
dedication
to the
that we
start-finish
get
line. And we move
here
our
with
way
Nazareth
to
with
the
one of our
second
great
half of
announcers,
Michigan. 50
obviously
down,
with
50 to
Wesley
go,
Outland.
and 6 are going home as they set sail into
So,
one
I
of
mean,
the
that's how
checkered
you do it
flag.
right there. If you got that kind of dedication right there, kudos to him. And like I said, we hope he isn't in jail right now, because if he is, that's going to be one hell of a story to tell everybody in the clink. But yeah. But anyway, Luke Smith coming home with it here tonight, son. You stole one. You may want to go to the racetrack or the nearest gas station and get you a lottery ticket, because old Kermit the Frog comes home with a win here tonight, buddy. Congratulations. You didn't even lead a lap. You led the last one. Congratulations, buddy. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you. I don't know how that happened.
Well, I mean, look, yeah, I mean, but tell us about your race, man, because I'm telling you, I mean, it looked awesome. I mean, it was one of the best races. We saw somebody out there in the live chat say that it's one of the best races that they've seen all year long. And I mean, your take of that, Luke.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, guys?
Yes,
Hold
Wesley.
up.
We
He's
got
not
you.
in jail.
Guys, I'm okay. Can you? I don't mean to interrupt. Can you put me on camera real quick, Dean?
Yeah, let me work on that one for a second, Wesley. Yep. What's this?
You see me, right? Hello?
Let me work on that, my friend.
Well, you're working on it.
Yeah, working
Guys,
on it.
I just want to know I'm okay. Okay, the cops are leaving the scene, but I wanted to let you know that I'm all right. Somebody, listen to this, Dean and Jacob and Luke. Luke, congratulations on your win, buddy. But somebody called the police on me, or the sheriff's department, actually, because I'm literally facing a pilot truck stop. Somebody thought that I was suspiciously plotting either a robbery or doing something illegal. They said that because I had the Elon Musk transmitter satellite up on the top of the roof, covered up in a bag, they weren't aware of what it was. So they said that they were going to they didn't. Yeah, I'm okay though, guys. I showed the video. I showed proof. He let me go, but I just want everybody to see the setup here. So
You haven't really shown proof.
I can't. Hang on.
Is he not showing me on camera?
I can't. It's not working at the moment. Sorry, my friend.
I'm right here on camera. You can't see me?
No, it's not capturing it. Sorry.
That sucks, you know, because anyhow, I'm innocent. And anyway, I'm okay. So, guys, take care. Luke, congratulations, buddy, on your win, my friend. And everybody else, enjoy the rest of your Memorial Day. But, Jacob, I'm sorry he can't show me on camera. But basically, I'll take some pictures or something and send it to you. But have a good one, my friend. And everybody, God willing, and I don't get arrested, I'll see you. Well, I'm not arrested, but I'm going home. Okay, I'll see you next week. So,
You might be a redneck. That's the only thing I can say. Wesley, buddy, all right, we'll go ahead and let he's out of here. Wesley, appreciate you and everything you do.
See me on camera. If he can't see me on camera, I'll take a couple of pictures and send it in the chat so you can see like why it was so suspicious. So, but I am okay, everybody. Guys, congratulations, Luke Smith. God bless everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Memorial Day, and we'll see you next week, my friend. Take it away.
All right, absolutely. Wesley Outland, he is not in the clink here this evening, not in the Who Scout. But Luke, back to what I was telling you, buddy. I mean, wild race. You said that. You don't even know how it happened. But talk to me about your race, buddy, because it was a barn burner, like somebody said out there in the live chat. It's one of the best races that we've seen all year.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like after the second stage ended, I felt like I had really good speed on that first run there, and I was running down Adam and Roger, and I felt like I had a car that was able to win, and I think I stayed out about 2 laps too long, and then I had to work my way through those guys, and Roger and Taylor navigated it really well, and I just struggled to get through those guys. I was trying not to bash down any doors. I think I made some contact with a couple guys. I apologize for anybody who I bumped doors with or anything. But I had decent speed, and I knew that once they started battling, I could possibly run them down if they started battling early enough. But I mean, just methodically throughout the race, I was working my way through the field, and those two, I knew that if those two got side by side or were trying slide jobs and stuff might get crazy. So I just did my best and put the car where it needed to be. And when they wrecked, I was able to just slide right by it and go to the finish line.
And, Luke, I'll ask you this right here real quick. This group that you're going to be in, and I don't know 100%. I'm looking right now to see exactly where everybody kind of finished. So Goodwin got 22nd. Joshua Suss in the 80. He got 23rd, and Cofield was up there as well. But you locked yourself in. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say Cofield and Goodwin made it into the next round. I'm just guessing on that. Maybe Suss might have got him, for a couple of points. Maybe he did. But you're in a group with Jonathan Cofield, who's been one of the more dominant guys here this season. What's that going to be like racing him all the way up to hopefully putting yourself into the championship 6?
Yeah, Cofield, he's one of the best drivers here, and I have massive respect for him because he's crazy talented and crazy good at some of these tracks. But my main goal that I have to focus on doing better at is getting stage points. I mean, race wins are great and all, but I know that Cofield, barring technical difficulties, can go to pretty much every single one of these tracks and win the race. So I've got to do better at getting better stage points and stuff like that because he's really talented, and if I'm going to get to that championship 6, I gotta do better at qualifying, stage points, the whole 9 yards, because I feel like raw speed I can compete with him, but definitely when it comes to doing the little things that get you the extra points, I'm definitely light years behind him on.
Well, Luke, buddy, congratulations on the win. I'll go ahead and I'll try to say it the best way I can. Kermit the Frog here has won here tonight at Michigan. I probably botched the hell out of that. But anyway, congratulations on the win. And have you got any sponsors, any shout-outs before we let you go?
Like to shout out Starbase Comics. They're on my car here. Fantastic guys. That I'm glad to put them in victory lane again. They were so happy the last time I did it. Like to shout out Murph's Magical Creations for sponsoring my car on Friday. I'd like to shout you guys out because y'all y'all are super dedicated broadcasters. Y'all put on a great show each and every week, and it's so awesome to go back and watch. And lastly, I'd like to shout out my buddy Trent, who's watching this race, and he just texted me as soon as the race ended. He was super excited.
Luke Smith comes home with the win here tonight, buddy. Congratulations on that. And we'll see you, and I believe it is Hotlanta, which is next Monday. We'll see you there, buddy. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
And Kermit the Frog. Yes.
And actually, I am 100% wrong because actually it is Kansas next week. So whoever the hell said Atlanta, I missed it by a mile. But congratulations to him on that. We'll go to our second place finisher, which is the Bulldog. Adam Newton comes home second here tonight. And Adam, I got to ask you this. We saw, Bo Tiffany, you and him right there on that playoff grid. Both of y'all are trying to race for that last spot. And then Bo gets in a wreck early on. Did that relieve some of the pressure on you here in this race to be able to try to make it through the first round?
To a certain point, but not really. I mean, with these guys and the craziness of the way guys drive, no, I wasn't completely secure, even though he was 9 lap down, because anything can happen in there.
Absolutely, man. I mean, talk about this, because you came on the door banging down load. You said publicly that you didn't know if you were going to like this whole playoff grid, playoff aspect and everything else. Has your mind changed? Because, it's been a while since we put that episode out when the Blue Line Racing episode. Has your mind changed a little bit of how this, playoff grid is now?
I don't like it one bit. It doesn't give the drivers a chance to truly showcase a race like it should that it did tonight to a certain point. Everybody's driving so desperate, and especially with the group of guys we have, when you create a desperate situation, it's havoc, it's chaos. And I mean, for some people it's fun, some aren't.
Well, the chaos, we love it. I know y'all hate it, but we love it up here in the broadcast booth, and obviously the fans do as well. But Adam Newton, buddy, you come home second here tonight. Real quick, before you thank the sponsors, which we'll transition into that about the question on this truck, this paint scheme that you got, and you said something about us checking out the tailgate. I haven't got a chance to look at that yet. But this paint scheme that you got, tell everybody a little bit about this paint scheme. And then after that, thank your sponsors and any shout outs.
Well, our teammate is probably one of the most creative people I think I've ever met as far as artistic wise. Justin Lumpkin made this truck, and it's the Hope Against Cancer truck. And on this truck, it has my mom, his mom, my granddaddy, someone that's special to you, Jake, and Sandra Kay for Huck on the back of this truck. And it's also got one of my dear friends that passed away in 2018. It's a very special truck to give people hope, and means a lot to me. And I hope it means a lot to the folks that it represents.
Yes, absolutely, buddy. I appreciate that. And I need to give a huge shout out to Justin Lumpkin on that, which we'll talk to him here in a second because he finished third. But I mean, dude, that pace scheme, beautiful. Yes, that man, Jake, my grandfather died from cancer. I never got to meet him. So, I'm always against anything with cancer. I'm always against that. And I hope you are too. And if you're not, well, then you're screwed up in the head. That's just my opinion. But Adam, buddy, any other sponsors and shout outs that you want to thank?
Yeah, Lumpkin, Stephen, Potato Head, Thomas, Newbert, miss him. All the guys at Chrome. And it's been a good little minute, but Sickles for keeping us together. Dan Gobble for doing everything he does for us, and DSR Electric, Middle East Restaurant and Catering, A's Lawn and Landscaping, the Family Handyman, Lumpkin for all the paints. Like I said, he's the guy that does the magic. Jack Spohn and more, Dale and Snail Gun and Repair, Brady and everybody at Nazra and Nazra 360, LPP Race Cars, and Mama June's Magic Relish, and Merce Magic Creations. And I don't know if y'all saw the Campbell. It's on my other truck as well, but got to give a shout out to the Animal, the Camel himself, old Keith Bradley. I know he's listening somewhere, and it was good to see Justin White back tonight too. But yeah, and to y'all, thank you. And Wesley, next time you get pulled over, remember that Concerns of Police Survivors is a sponsor. You need to mention that.
He may end up getting down the next ticket if he tried that. Well, Adam Newton, buddy, appreciate your time, buddy. Congratulations.
And
pretty sure
and
you're
Lumpkin.
moving on.
Lumpkin, yes.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I mean, Adam, you look like you're probably going on to the next route according to that grid, so you should be fine, Adam. Congratulations on that. We'll see you at Kansas next week, buddy.
Yeah, man. Y'all have a good night.
That was Adam Newton. Now we'll go to the man that made said truck that you see right there, the number 19. And that is the 18 of Justin Lumpkin. Justin, I got to go ahead and throw this out there. I'm not 100% who Kara Lumpkin is, but she made me literally say on live broadcast that Justin Lumpkin is a hottie. I don't think you are a hottie, but we got flames going all the way around your camera, so that ought to be good enough for you. Besides the point on that, you come out here, you get third here tonight. Talk about this racing that we've seen here at Michigan, because honestly, the racing was as fire as it has right there all over your camera right there. I mean, it was fire here tonight.
Man, it was an awesome race. We qualified well, which we have all year. It's been a heck of a year, just fighting adversity every week. But this race, we qualified well, and we tried to stick to our normal line, and it just didn't work. Everybody seemed to be able to get the grip down low, and I finally, after that, about the middle of the first stage, I started migrating down low and getting the grip that I needed, and I almost made it back up to get some stage points, but couldn't get there. And I just stuck with it the rest of the race. Second stage, it was just chaos. Everybody was going for every inch of track out there. You just had to take care of your truck and not push it too hard in the corners, or else what you seen was happening, where trucks were basically dirt tracking it off every corner. And then third stage, we made our way up to about fifth or fourth, and then we made our pit stop. Don't know what happened on pit lane, but we lost about a second or two off of Luke, because we pit at the same time as Diebold, Taylor, and Luke, and we lost about a second or two there, but was able to hook up with Newton and be able to get back up there. And then with Peacock and Diebold getting into it, just kind of fell in our hands where we could get a podium.
And I asked Adam, this question about the points and, everything, and he had his take on it. I want to get your take on that, on what you think about this whole playoff bracket, if yours has changed, because it looks like, according from what we saw as far as the grid is, you're in that red group with Hendrickson and LaBeouf and Tom Lesser, and it looks like you, Hendrickson, and LaBeouf are going to slide right on over and go into the second round. But, do you share Adam Newton's opinion on this, playoff bracket, or are you welcoming a change to Nazareth?
I don't mind it. I'm not as strong opinion on it as Newton is. I'm just trying to survive, really. But you just try to throw something else out there. It's definitely different. You know who you have to race every week and week in and week out. But then also it puts it into where you're having to knock out people that you race with every week. It's your teammates and stuff, and it kind of sucks in that aspect. But as far as being different, I don't mind trying different stuff and trying different things just to see how it turns out. It's going to be tough for me to advance to the next round, Brady and Cole, but if things fall our way, you never know what could happen. Get to the championship 6 and maybe make something happen.
As Dean Hopton would say, wreck him. That would be probably one of the options right there. I would wreck Cole. I wouldn't wreck the boss in Nazareth. I would go for Cole. Sorry, Cole, but you don't want to wreck the damn boss. But anyway, real quick before you thank all of your sponsors and all your shout outs and everything, I do want to tell you thank you very much for that truck that you made for Adam Newton. Obviously, the Jake on the back of it is my grandfather died from pancreatic cancer is what he died from. But thank you very much for that paint scheme. But but before we let you go, you got any sponsors and any shout outs you want to thank?
Yeah, always got to thank God first. Without him, we're not doing any of this. And then I got to thank, it's Memorial Day. You got to thank all the fallen soldiers. And once again, without them, we're not free to do this. And I got to thank Adam. He's running that truck. He's got my mom's ribbon on there too. She died in November from pancreatic cancer as well. So, it's just been tough. We finally got a podium after her passing. So I just got to say, I love you, Mom, and I thank you for everything. And I'll see you again one day. But also got to thank my dad, my wife, Kara. She's always so supportive. My boys, Hendricks and Shepard, all my family. And then you got to thank Dan Gobble with DSR, Jeff Sickles for being an awesome team owner, Millie's Restaurant, A's Lawn and Landscape, and the Family Handyman, Jack's Mowing and More, Darren's Detail and Shine, and then you guys here at Nazareth 360. You guys do an amazing job. I appreciate you every week, week in and week out. I go back and watch the broadcast. Y'all are awesome. And then Brady for putting all this on, man. It's good to finally get back on a podium.
Where he belongs, Justin Lumpkin up here finishing on the podium here tonight, finishing P3. Justin, baby, appreciate your time. Congratulations on that. We will not see you at Atlanta next week. We'll see you at Kansas next week, buddy. We'll see you there.
That's right. Y'all have a good one.
That was Justin Lumpkin, comes home with a third place finish. Hey, by the way, if you haven't yet, make sure that you thank your local police officers and everything else. Thank them for what they do. Just want to keep throwing that out there, Dean, while we got that opportunity. But Dean, final thoughts on a fantastic race here at Michigan here this evening.
It was a cracker of a race, wasn't it? Absolutely. At the end there with the situation too with the tires, we didn't know whether or not with the fuel actually if they're going to stretch that one a little bit further, some of those drivers, but they couldn't be able to do that, of course. And you've got to be in it to win it, don't you, as well? You've got to race your way up to the front of the field that you possibly can. If something happens up the road, which it did, you're there to seize the opportunity, and that's what motor racing is always about. You never know what can happen until you cross that checkered flag when Barney weighs it for the last lap. And that's a situation for these drivers that are talking to us on the podium right now, isn't it? I mean, it probably only would have been one of them, potentially. if the situation didn't unfold. But they were there. They battled their way back up to the front, and of course they got themselves the bubbly stuff on the podium.
Absolutely, folks. I mean, folks, I love this track. I really do. I love racing here. This track has been good to me, but at the same time, it's kicked me straight into tailgate, or however you want to look at it. I've wrecked here numerous times, but I love this place. I love the speed. It always produces a fantastic finish. And we saw some great racing here this evening tonight. And we thought Roger Dobble was going to come away with it. He did not. And him and Peacock, however you want to look at it, it may be around the Nazareth water cooler talk this week on whether or not, racing is dead or whatever. That'll be for the Nazareth guys to decide on that. But Luke Smith comes away with the win, locks himself into the next round, and it's going to be a good one. But, folks, that's going to do it for this broadcast. Obviously, want to thank all of our great sponsors. Obviously, 213 Somewhere for their title sponsorship at the 213somewhere.com. 200, obviously DSR Electric for everything that they do for the DSR Electric Truck Series. TLC, obviously Serve Pro for the cautions, Premier Racing Setups, Porch Poppers for the replays, Blanchard's Towing, Butt Kicker, Glass Mechanic for the Glass Mechanic Stage 2, obviously Murph's for Murph's Magical Creations, Starbase 1552 Comics, and Cops. Yes, Cops. Can't leave them out, and obviously Concerns of Police Survivors for everything that they do. Brady the Buff, Cody Knott for everything that they do for us, allowing us to be ourselves here on the National 360 Racing Network. For the Friendly Indeed Hopton Bengals, and not from a jail cell up in North Carolina, Wesley Allen, I'm the redneck announcer, Jake Reeves. Said as I always say, be safe, be kind, be fast. And folks, we get down to the nitty gritty now. We go into the second round. We go into Kansas, Northeast Country for next week for the DSR Electric Truck Series. You do not want to miss it. Next Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, live and only on the Nazareth 360 Racing Network. It's going to be a damn good one. You don't want to miss it.